Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Ninja King, and today we're starting a new series. What if Naruto was mortal and was in the Holy Grail War? I'm talking about the Holy Grail War just from Fate itself, so people that do understand Fate will also like this. And this is one of two series that will be coming, placing what if Issei was the son of Gaius and Clara, and what if Makoto and Kyoko was sent to the Shield Hero universe, mostly because no one liked them, so I feel like I can cancel them. So yeah, let's get on with this. Cling, cling, clang, as sounds of metal swords would be hearing down to the corridors. Blades and clashings of metal could be heard around, as fire would be erupting from different corners. A billows would be seen. The billows would be burning down, but it would have been the symbol of fire. A yellow man with blonde hair would be landing down to the ground, using his knives to block out the attack of some more people. Another man would be shown using his power, summoning multiple orbs of, what seems to be Rasen slamming to the ground. The man would then block it, as the other man would then say, "Just give up, Minato. I won the Grail this time." "No, you haven't," Minato would then say, kicking the man away. As the last two servants left in this war, only two things were left to do. Minato was trying to defend Konoha and everything that was in it, but meanwhile that was happening, this man who just wanted to go back in time and fix everything could not just know what is great for him. This battle of power and scale would be something even enormous that the Grail War of the modern era couldn't handle. This would be the Zero War, a war even forgotten from time and space. Meanwhile, from a different corner, two hooded figures would be seen. One of them would then say, "Are we sure that we should let this go on?" The one would then speak with a feminine voice, while the other one would then say, "Yes, this is necessary. After the war, we'll just collect this Grail War." "But what should we do?" "It is necessary. If Angramani told us anything about him, he needs to be our protector. And not to mention, what class will he be when he dies?" "I do wonder that too. But if he said that he's going to be immortal, I afraid for the future myself as well." "Yes, Mas, I do." The man would move his hood, revealing himself to be Vitsuka Fujimaro, while the girl would remove herself to reveal as Mars Kirillite, both of them being work for an organization called Chaldea. Chaldea was an organization formed to protect humanity from its most grim misfeature, that being the end of the world. But recently something happened. After completing the 7th Lost Belt singularities, the Lost Wells, and everything else, something had struck in them. They realized that humanity's doom was nearby, and it was not caused by any sort of thing, but another war being discovered. It was called a Zero War. But this time, they didn't need to interfere, because if they did, this would cause more problem. So they allowed the Zero War to go on as possible. They just needed to make sure that one person survived. This one person would be the hero of the world, the one that will save everyone in the end. As flames and other stuff would arise, Mars would then say, "This is not fair. We went to all of these singularities to save humanity. We even defeated Solomon, and in the end, we're just allowing this world to burn. It has to be done, Mass." But anyways, it looks like the battle is over. As they would then see, the last climatic attack of two noble phantasms would in the end kill both the servants. There was no masters in this war. Yes, there were, but they were killed up. You can say it was a massacre like the second Holy Grail War. As the boat would then land down and start to walk, Mass would see the Holy Grail be formed as he would then grab it. She would then say, "Alright, I guess it's time to go." As she would be then start to walk, but another man appearing from another portal. "Have you guys gotten it?" The boat would nod their head. "Yes, we have, Gilgamesh. Let's go." As another portal would open, they would hear, "Bastards!" They would then turn their head to see a yellow-haired blonde kid. His tears would regain his eyes as he looks to be the blonde-haired boy. "I will kill you!" The boy would start to go before Richie realizing who this was. We just stop him before grabbing him by the hair. "If you want to stop us, get stronger." Before he slams him to the ground, the boy would try to get up, once again trying to hurt Ritsuka, but this time something would go straight to his face, missing him. Heart, to be more precise. The boy would land down before they go. "That was a restless move, Gilgamesh. He's immortal in every sense of the word. Don't worry, he'll just come back eventually." As they all would walk up, as we get to see someone walking into the field of the burning fire, smoke would erase their vision as they would then start to see it. This is fire. Without even a single person survived. The man would be walking before he then looks at it. Realizing that someone was breathing, the man would then go, removing the rubble before sighing, "At least you're still alive." The man would then grab, before Naruto then looks at him, wondering who this is. "Ah, hi there. My name is Apollo. I'm the sun god. Nice to meet you." Naruto would then shake his head. After a few more years, Apollo would then take him someone wouldn't come. It would be a man who seems to be wearing a white-like cloak with his hair on his arms. Apollo, hope you brought here. We sense the presence of that thing, and well, we'd like to meet you to him. Zeus would then look down, seeing the boy. And who may he be? I don't know what his name is. I found him, the last survivor. Zeus would then look down. There goes the bygone era. I told Kaguya not to intervene with mortal lives, but looks like fate had gotten us. The death of a goddess and the starting of this. Whatever it is, this era shall not be forgotten. What shall we call it? Another god would then say, this would be Hades. Hades would start to walk in front of Zeus. Zeus, let's call it the age before the age of the gods, the age of the forgotten. Alright then, Hades would then say, as Hades would then start to walk away, realizing that the age of the gods are going to end probably anytime soon, but not too soon. Hopefully not. Hades would then think to himself that he has his own plans he needs to do before the age of the gods ends as well. After that, a few more years would then pass. Clashing of blades could be heard, as two people could be seen. A man who seems to be wearing red armor seems to be smirking. He seems to have red ears and red eyes. Meanwhile, another man, or should I say teen, would be shown. He seems to have blue eyes with golden hair. Both blades would be starting to clash as the man would then smile. Well, haven't you gotten stronger, haven't you? The man would then say. The man would hold a big ass sword. Naruto would then say, yes, I have. Haven't I? Ares would then jump back. Good. Have Artemis and Apollo been teaching you correctly? The race of the hunt is fun, but fighting with you is more fun, isn't it, God of War? It is. They both would then back up as Ares would then start saying, you have been getting a lot more stronger. So, who has been teaching you magic? Well, a lot of gods. Poseidon, Hades, Zeus. A lot of people have been teaching me different types of magic. Naruto would then say, yes, I said magic and not macecraft. This is the age of the gods, so it still hasn't been time yet. Naruto would then pull out his blade before swinging it at what seems to be the name Ares. Ares would then block the god sword before kicking Naruto away. Naruto would once again get up before smiling, as he would then start to attack him once again. Before they hear loud thunder and clacking. They know who this is, as from the cave would then come out a red-haired warrior. He seems to be looking shameful and more of a powerful beast. In his hand would be a hammer. Ah, Naruto, how long has it been since we last met? The man would then smirk, as now so would Naruto. It has been a while, hasn't it, Thor? They both would then bow, before they both would then stop. Naruto would have become friends with many of the gods of the pantheon. The east, the west, the Shinto mythology gods were somewhat the exception, since even though Naruto was technically Japanese, they did not look at him in a bright way. Even though this was still the age of the gods, mans and humans were together, as after all, this was still a time period of peace. Little chaos or brigade was happening here. Just the gods teaching a young human boy who was, in every sense of the word, immortal. As in the true sense of the word, immortal. The only way that all the gods can even claim him to die was by, well, believe it or not, something they would like to call ascension into godhood, that Naruto seems to deny to get into. Even though Zeus had tried to convince him multiple times to get ascended into godhood, Naruto had denied it multiple times, telling him that he will only ascend it to the godhood when it's the right time. Before this, he will not. Zeus would always admire Naruto's courage of not immediately taking the word of the highest god, but he would also laugh at it, thinking to himself that this boy was more interesting than any of the others. Naruto would once again be starting training. Anyways, I have to leave. As he would then go, immediately going red shade for look. Oh, is he gonna meet her again? I'm pretty sure he will. I mean, could he dare really hide the romance from every god? Not so sure, but ever since the day she came, Naruto fell head and heel for her. Well, that's a goddess of love for you after all. You know, Zeus also thinks him as a kid, right? Yeah. What the Naruto's god name was? I couldn't properly remember. Yes, the name was Hephaestus. Yes. By many of the people around here, they call him the son of Zeus, the crafter of items, and the creator of many legendary weapons. That was correct. He created many of them. But he still didn't create the one weapon. You mean Excalibur? Thor would then say, yes. Why would we even need that weapon? It's just a powerful entity and item that I don't think any of us could even handle its might. That's correct. As the boat wouldn't laugh started to go, as they wouldn't see someone. It would be Apollo. Ah, Apollo, what's going on? Nothing much, brothers. Nothing much, brother, and Thor, I guess. Oi, what are you even doing here, Apollo? This is my domain. I know, but I should tell you something. So I've been feeling something odd, something different, something powerful has been rising around the world. Really? What could it be? I'm not so certain quite accurately, but I'm pretty sure something is about to happen, and that something will not be, well, how shall I put it, happy. Alright, then I understand as well. As the boat would then leave, as Naruto would be seen, Naruto would be walking around the area trying to find the person he was looking for. Before he finds it, beyond a river lake, as the river would then be just flowing down with grass and field. Trees would be swimming around as her beauty would uncrange. The woman would have what seems to be like orange like hair with what seems to be angelic like wings. Naruto would then go, stroking her hair. You look as beautiful as always now, don't you, Aphrodite? The woman would then turn before smiling as he then speaks to Naruto.
Well, of course I do. Why wouldn't I look as beautiful as I always do for the one person I love in the world? After all, you're the only man that has ever managed to seize my heart, was mocking Naruto.
The goddess would then say with a beautiful voice. Naruto would then smile before he then speaks to her again. You're as beautiful as always, Aphrodite. As the boat would then go to kiss before a bird would then come, blocking them. The boat would then blast as splitting apart. As the bird would finally land, it would be a message. Hold on a minute. Naruto would then check the message. God damn it, juicy cock blocker. As he would then start to leap. Before he does, Aphrodite would then grab him, pulling him into a kiss. Naruto would not hesitate as he would then once again pull her into a kiss. Thereabout, their eyes would look at each other with beauty and admiration for both of them, as Aphrodite would then say,
Well, whatever father, or should I say Zeus, called you in for, I hope you two have a good meeting. After all, don't keep me waiting for long, okay?
Don't worry, I will not. As Naruto would then get up, immediately going with the girl to Mount Olympus. As he arrives in Olympus, a bunch of the gods and more heroic figures would then greet him, as Naruto would bow to them before going to the chamber of the main head god himself, Zeus. Zeus would then start to speak. Oh, Naruto, it has been a long time, but do know that the reason I called you is for a specific reason. I would like you to meet with someone. He's one of my half-bloods, and my half-blooded children. Why don't you introduce yourself? Come in. Hercules' skin would then come, with him hair tied back. He seems to be bigger than Naruto, but Naruto looking at him. So, you're Hercules? Hercules would smile. That's correct. I'm Hercules, the one that did 12 labors, the one that got the prayers of the gods, and the one himself, the man himself that managed to get the power blessing of the god. So, if I'm not wrong, each of the labors that you did granted you a life. Yeah? What is it? Well then fight me. Oh, really? Can you handle my might? Hercules would then say, showing his weapon to Naruto. Naruto would just smirk before saying, Of course I am. I've been itching to test my palms against another half-blood. Oh, let's see it. As then Zeus would, No, for such a battle, normally you would need my approval and the approval of both Hades and Poseidon. But this time, I will let it slide and allow you guys to fight as it is. Now, let the match begin. As now both Naruto and Hercules would be in two sides of the battlefield. Naruto would then stress his arms before saying, Alright, ready to fight? Hercules would then say yes. As Naruto would then put his fingers in motion, Hercules would immediately charge as Naruto would then say, Shadow Clone Jutsu. As multiple clones would arrive, Hercules would be amazed. So you do know magecraft. Oh, so I say magic. Yeah, this is not magic at all. What? It's a form from my time, the era. Yes, the gods told me. You're the warrior from the former era, the era before the gods, the forgotten era. That's correct. But you should focus on it. Naruto would then jump into the air, kicking Hercules in the arm. Hercules would almost fall down before Naruto then kicks him by his legs. Hercules would then grab his weapon, slamming it to Naruto. Naruto would dodge it before Hercules then pulls out a bow and arrow, starts shooting at Naruto. Naruto would dodge it before one of them hits it. Gah! Naruto would then remove it as a voice would then come inside of him. Do you want me to expel the poison? Do it, Kurama. Naruto would then immediately go punching Hercules in the chest. Hercules would be sent flying before he staggers himself back up. Naruto would then go trying to hit Hercules in the head. Hercules would dodge it before grabbing Naruto with the foot, immediately slamming him down. Meanwhile, every other god in the center of this battle would start to come. Hades and Poseidon would also arrive looking at this battle, but Aphrodite coming and cheering for Naruto. Naruto. Once of the girls would also be cheering. This will be Naruto's fan club. Naruto wouldn't get up. Looks like you have the admiration of not just Aphrodite, but many other female goddesses. Yep, I do. I guess you can say I'm a ladies' man. Well then, bring it on. Hercules would then say before he struck his club-like sword before slamming it to the ground, immediately shooting some at Naruto. Naruto would then block it as a bunch of the clones would also then come from his arms would becoming send him out. Hercules would then need to see a blue-like orb. Naruto and a bunch of his clones would try to hit it before he then breaks it down. Now what is that? A technique I made. I condensed mana to a form, but I forced it to a living ball. Then I made it spin. I call it a Rasengan. He would then say, immediately trying to hit Hercules with it. Hercules would then take the damage before realizing that it hurt like hell, being sent flying. Hercules would then get up with a smile on his face. You are definitely strong. And I gotta say, no wonder Aphrodite likes you. Tell me, what is your god name? I'm known as the god Hephaestus. Ah, so you're the one everyone says that is not truly Zeus' son. Nope, but just consider me one. So I guess this technically makes us siblings. Naruto would then say, I guess it does, brother. Both of them would then go, clashing their blades. Naruto would be using a kunai while Hercules would be using his giant sword. Both of them would be clashing as the sounds of metal, and metal would be ringing around the arena. Cling, 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 cling. As both of them would be hearing the sound, both of them would then smirk at this, saying that the fear power of them rival them. Meanwhile, some of the other Greek heroes would also be seeing this. Poseidon would then say, so it looks like this is a great battle, isn't it? Yes, it is, Hades would then say. But it looks like this battle has been going on for way too long, or way too less. We want to see what these two can do. Hercules would then jump back, immediately starting using his bow and arrows to shoot at Naruto. Naruto would then dodge it before he just slams his palm into Hercules' hands. Hercules would then grab him before throwing him around like a ragdoll, immediately launching him to one of the pillars. Immediately he would then get up, immediately then going, as Naruto would inform something from his arm. Formation! As he would inform what seems to be a bow and arrow, start shooting at Hercules. Hercules would then swing them around. That's precise. That's proficient. You were trained by Artemis and Apollo, weren't you? That's correct. The chase hunter wasn't the only one who was trained by them. So am I. Naruto is Uzumaki. Naruto would then reel about his bow before he starts saying something. Naruto would then take a deep breath before he then says, I use the power of the sun, the power of the moon. Let me the blessings of the god Artemis and Apollo, but the power of thunder is the son of Zeus. I will gain this grail of the horde, this hunt of the power. Hunt, Naruto would then say before a bunch of golden arrows would hit Hercules' body. Hercules would then feel damage before he just strikes it up, immediately going, my power is God hand. I have 12 lives. Well, I'm not planning to kill you, Naruto would then say. Yes, I know that, but this makes this battle even more intriguing. Naruto would then pull out his kunai as both him and Hercules' blade would then crash, as the sound of metal could be echoed all around it. Everyone would be cheering for Naruto and seeing this great, powerful battle, as one more blow would then go before it would be stopped. Zeus would then look at both of them with an angry face. That's enough. I think you have done enough damage to this battlefield now, have you? Naruto would then say, and we're just getting good. Hercules would then say, indeed. Ever since I became a god, no one has been able to challenge me like you have. Neither have you. Naruto and Hercules would then fist bump each other, realizing that both of them are equal, and in another life, they could have probably been ancestors or even reincarnation of each other's. Hercules would then laugh before saying, you're quite fun to be around. You too. So, you're really a god? Or are you something else? Naruto would then say, nope, I'm not a god, nor have I ascended as one. Hercules would be confused. If you haven't ascended as a god, then how do you consider one? Zeus would then say, simple. Naruto is immortal. Immortal? That's correct. He's not immortal in any sense of the word. He's immortal in every sense of the word. Nothing can kill him. No one can. What about his soul? Trust me, Hades would then say. I tried to drag that one down when I faced him. I still remember when you were my enemy, Hades. Yes, I do. When I tried to drag your soul down straight to the underworld and rip it apart. Yet, you're the one who reformed it. That's correct. That is when I learned that I was immune to that form as well. That's correct. Hades would then smile, looking at Naruto, realizing the days when him and Naruto were more enemy-like, and when he tried to take over Olympus, before Naruto had stood on the right path. After that, he even helped him meet with his own wife. And, well, they got married, and Naruto was happy for them. Not just that, they even had a child, which made Naruto even more happy for Hades. And Naruto was also the best man. Zeus also approved of this. Zeus wouldn't go and Naruto said. So, now what do you want to do? Naruto wouldn't look at the blade of Hercules before he then smirks. I want my own weapon. Oh? You can pick any of the ones you have. No, I mean the one I need to form. I'm called a god of forgery for one thing, and a god of creation. Zeus wouldn't laugh before he then says, Alright then, Naruto. I guess you can form your own weapons after all. So, what will you be using? I'll be using some of the most strongest metals on this planet. And forming my own powerful weapon. Alright then. Zeus would then smile at Naruto. And Naruto would then fist bump Zeus. Aphrodite would just look this with a smile on her face. He's quite powerful. Artemis would then come. Oh, Artemis, I didn't realize that you were there. Neither did I. Well, just kidding. He's trained and got stronger. That's correct. I hope you don't mind him using the chase invisibility. No, it wasn't even close to Atlantis' ability. But I do say, he's pretty powerful. So, when is Atlanta gonna be mature enough to join us? I'm not so sure. He's not a half god, nor is he special like Naruto is in any cases. Alright then. I wonder what Naruto is going to form. Artemis and Aphrodite would then turn their head to see Apollo. Ah, Apollo. Yes, I would like to see it. Anyways, hope you guys like this part. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and see you all. Bye bye.